All right, so today we're gonna start on this motor. I'm gonna cut that part out. All right, so today first thing we're gonna do on this motor is we're gonna pop off all the valve covers, all 6 of them. We're gonna start painting them. I believe we'll also do the timing cover or tappet cover or whatever it's called, and I'm gonna paint that blue as well because it looks rather, well, it looks like it's had better days. So we're gonna pop those off, paint them, because then we can let them sit overnight because that oil pan is in. So I really want to get these painted before I have to move the motor around because, well, I just don't want to have to wait around for the paint to dry basically when the motor's in at that point. So we're gonna rip these off right now, paint them. I'm gonna get a frost plug for the side of the motor because there's a hole in the block for the filler neck of the oil behind the engine mount. I gotta pick up a few more things. I think I can't quite remember. I gotta check my list, but let's start on this so we can just get it over and done with. Look at that. Don't even know what that is. Don't really want it. Let's get them over to the sanding area and then we'll paint them. I'm just going to start with some 800 grit. That's one. 5 more to go. Oh, I'm so excited. I think we're gonna do the bolts in maybe a black or something just to give it that little bit of different in color. I'll pull this off. You can see this seal here is kind of screwed up. That doesn't matter because we are getting new seals. We will proceed to pull off this gasket and paint her up. The seal sits in here. I just took a big punch, laid it this exact way, and knocked it out the bottom. That's the way it came out. All right, so let's take her inside now. We'll clean it off the rest of the way. Well, I got them all sanded up, so we're gonna step outside and start painting. Super nice out. I think we're gonna paint them over here, right about here somewhere. I'm just gonna go grab some cardboard, but I'll be right back. I just realized this is kind of the same blue as our channel logo, so that's kind of cool. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together when I was purchasing this. I just thought blue looked cooler than the typical red everyone kept doing, but yeah, pretty cool. So we're gonna let these dry a little bit. I'll come out and put a few more coats on this guy, but I'm gonna take a little break because I am parched from all that sanding. And I have amazing news. Our oil pan has finally come in. I just have to go pick it up. But it is in a city about an hour away from me. Well, depending on which, he's on the far side of the city. And that's about an hour and 45 minutes from here. So it's gonna be a day or two before we get that because I just haven't got the time to go do that at the moment, but soon. But regardless, I still have to wait on the throttle cable. I have to go pull that out of the street cleaner to see if we can try to make that work with the pedal and this. Drill a hole in the firewall for that same throttle cable. Then I think it'll be ready to go. The killer dowel pin, obviously we gotta wait for that because the seal came out, the main seal, the front main. So we don't have a seal in the front, and the killer dowel pin kit includes a seal for the front. So we can't really do much at the moment in terms of moving the engine anyways because we're waiting on that seal. So, and that unfortunately has not come in. It was supposed to come in the same time the pan did, but for some unforeseen reason, I guess it didn't. That's besides the point. Point is, it's almost done. Boys and girls, it is almost done. And I think I'm gonna probably go inside after these the covers are done drying, and I'm probably gonna start editing some more videos because I'm falling behind on that. I got lots of footage but not lots of videos uploaded. I'm gonna get on that. I'm happy with the way this is all turning out. Can't believe we got those damn things out of the block there, those little tubes. So happy they came out. The one was a pain in the arse, but it came out. We got a sensor in the one, and the other one is just a return line or something. I don't know. I think it goes to the block heater, which again, we gotta get a hose that goes from that block heater opening to, oh, where is it here? There's a block heater right here, I think right there. That one runs over there somewhere. I don't know. We're gonna have to look at that. I think it's gonna come off the front of the engine, go through the block heater, come back out, probably end up in the coolant reservoir, I suppose. I don't know. We're gonna toy around with that. I gotta look up some routing options for the coolant. The way that the street cleaner had it set up obviously worked, so I mean, what could go wrong? Don't want to say that. Fluid dampener. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but trying to find a harmonic dampener or balancer, whichever way you want to put it. It's more of a dampener. Trying to find one is extremely hard because Rock Auto has one, but it says it's without the notches. So, and then there's one on there that says it's with the 2 notches, but the picture shows it without, and I don't know. Anyways. The fluid dampener or the harmonic dampener you require to run the engine, or else it'll mess stuff up. It sits on the front, kind of balances regardless. So my point is that they're really hard to find, like really hard to find. eBay has them, but the one on eBay was $270, 30 bucks for shipping, so that's pretty good. But it would be here like April 20th. That's a little ways away. The other one was on Rock Auto. Again, it said it was without notches, so we need the one with the 2 notches in it for the tachometer sensor to work properly. So I couldn't get that one. There was another one on eBay for 300 bucks, 350-ish. Shipping was $350 though, so that's 600 bucks. And it would have been here probably this week sometime. But Amazon has a aftermarket one called the Fluid Dampener. Well, that's the brand anyways. And instead of the dampener where it's just a piece of metal with a rubber ring around it and then more metal to kind of keep the vibrations down, it uses what the newer Dodges use, kind of like that one back there. I don't know if you can see it, but that one back there, the newer 6.7s, they run a fluid type dampener, not just the rubber ones. They're a lot better, they just last longer, stuff like that. My options were to spend a lot of money or wait a long time and get a factory one, or spend 100 bucks more, get it in the same short time, but it's aftermarket. So I figured might as well go with aftermarket if I'm spending 100 bucks more, because some people say their dampeners last 100,000 K, well, 100,000 miles. So that's, I don't know how many kilometers that is, but I'll put it on the screen here. Some people say they last 100,000 miles, some people say they last 300,000. I don't know. So I thought the fluid dampener one is basically good for life. It'll outlast the motor anyways. And it's 100 bucks more, so why not? The website also says it adds like 3 horsepower or something, all these weird things, but I don't know if any of that's true. I don't really care about that. I mean, if it does, great, but I'm not picky about it. But the other thing it does is it keeps the vibration down because it's such a clanky motor, the 12 valve, that it shakes a lot. So having that in there mitigates that vibration a lot. I've read up, don't have personal experience, but I've heard from a lot of people on some forums that they say the difference is like astonishing. They say it runs quieter than like, it sounds as quiet as like a new truck, they say. Less vibration, like you can feel less vibration. They say it feels more responsive. I'm not sure how that all works, but they say it feels more responsive. I figured 100 bucks more responsive, potentially has more horsepower. I don't know how. Less vibration, engine's quieter, all that stuff lasts longer, and it's 100 bucks more. So I got the fluid dampener, and that's what's going to go on here. Now they include this little bolt kit. It's an ARP bolt. They say you're supposed to use it with the fluid dampener, and again, the fluid dampener is meant mostly for trucks that are pushing like 3,000 RPM for like a long period of time, as in like racing or extreme horsepower. Obviously, our 190 horsepower motor going in our tow truck is not going to be flying down a freaking racetrack doing a 0 to 60. Maybe it will, but that's not the point of it right now. So I mean, I don't really, it doesn't need it, but it was 100 bucks more, so why not? The ARP stud kit that they recommend for it are about 64 Canadian rupees, and the factory set of bolts is like 30. Again, a little bit more expensive, but they say it's nicer for it because that dampener is a lot heavier too, so it's got a lot more weight thrown around. And the old studs are good, they can hold it as long as you're not pushing more than like 3,000 horsepower for long periods of time, which again, we're not. But I thought, it's like 20 bucks more, so might as well throw them in there. They came as like a little package deal on the Amazon order. Anyways, that's what's gonna go in there. And to top it off, you're not supposed to use the old bolts that came out of the dampener, because once they're seated and after they spin for long periods of time, they can warp, and then if you torque them again, they could break. I just got new bolts, and I just got a text saying there's 2 more packages at our shop. I'm gonna run over there at some point today, pick those up, and see what they are, because at this point, I've kind of lost track of what the hell's on its way and what's already here. So the DCS kit included a braided line for a return, which I don't need because the engine was already set up, like the turbo was already set up to work in that configuration from the street cleaner. Like that exhaust manifold, I didn't even need to put on. The factory one that came on the motor, well, I don't want to call it factory, but the one that came with our motor was already in the perfect spot. It's right here on the ground. This guy right here is actually set up in the exact same configuration as the conversion friendly one. I got a buddy, Bushman. He's doing a conversion on an excursion at some point. Not soon though, I don't think, but he's just kind of picking up pieces to help him out. So I'm gonna sell him that exhaust manifold because that is the perfect exhaust manifold for conversion. And then you don't have to go spend freaking tons of money on an aftermarket one if we got that one. Mine was just, I didn't notice till after I already purchased it and it was already on the way, so I just said, whatever. I could sell that one. This one is nice and shiny anyway, so whatever. So Boschman is gonna take that one from us, and anything else that we got laying around that we don't need, he's gonna take from us. And yeah, so I'm gonna go take a break, have something to drink, maybe get a bite to eat, pick up my packages or something, because I'm hungry and it's about 1 or 2, I think, and I haven't eaten yet. I'm gonna go do that. Oh, I was just about gonna record that. I don't know if I even caught that on camera, but just as I was pulling the camera out, there was a leaf right here stuck to the paint and a gust of wind came and blew it away. Never mind, I guess. I was just gonna say, don't you love it when leaves get in your paint, but I guess they just blow away. Where are you going? I almost forgot. We're gonna paint these bolts. Looking good. I'm just gonna lay down one more coat of black. So we're gonna head to Napa and hope that we find there we go. Gonna get that damn cat, make sure he's out of the garage. We're gonna go to Napa and hope we can find a freeze plug. Come on, cat, where are you at? There he is. Just wanted to make sure he wasn't in the garage. Well, let's go pick up our package. Packages, rather, there's 2. And then we'll head to Napa. Or maybe not in that order, I don't know. But anyways, see you there. Alright, so we got, man, I say that a lot. Alright, so we got a frost plug. This little guy. Now, it's a 1 5/16, but I don't know. We're gonna I'm gonna have to measure that hole again, because I mean, maybe it's just me right now, but this looks far too small to fit in our engine block. I mean, it was $1, so 1 Canadian rupee, so I mean, I can't really complain. Even if it's the wrong one, they'll probably take it back. He said it'll fit a 1 5/16 hole, so hopefully my measurement was correct. Geez, it is busy today. Oh, so picked up the package. And I know I'm trying to drive, but fluid damper. Oh, god damn it.
God damn.
Anyways, so the fluid dampener is in. Good thing I painted that stuff now because, well, actually, sorry, I'm still waiting on that damn, what's it called? The killer dowel pin. I'm waiting on the killer dowel pin. Once that's in though, I can close the engine up and put it all together because I got the fan, the dampener, the everything now. So yeah, just the killer dowel pin and we're ready to go. That's awesome. This is what we got in our package here. We got some ARP stud bolts. Not stud bolts, you know. These are just for attaching the dampener to the front of the motor. The dampener itself. And here's our new bracket. So this goes on the side of the motor and mounts up to our sensor for this guy. This thing is extremely heavy, but it's brand new, so that's awesome. And this is, I guess, just a, I don't know, extension. Here's our sensor with a plug. Now I don't know if this is going to be long enough anymore, but I'm assuming that's what this is for, kind of an extension. And then the sensor just simply mounts right here, somewhere like that. That's exciting. I'm gonna go see how this mounts onto the engine. I got the instructions right here. Here's the inspection sticker that I don't really need, and a regular sticker. So that's pretty cool. You know we love stickers. Stickers! Too big. Let's see this side. Oh, that's my tape measure. Don't want to put it there. So it looks like it goes wherever this bolt is and right there. So it would kind of slide in like that. But I gotta take this bolt out. I think they look great. I know the lighting in here is kind of meh, but there we go, focus. These look great, I think. The bolts, just black, whatever. Tappet cover looks amazing, and those are really gonna make this motor just shine. I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna start editing some more videos here, but everything is in. Tomorrow, the last few pieces are gonna be here, and then the motor can be put together and the motor can go in finally. So I just gotta go pick up some oil, I guess, and put that in there, and that's about it. I'm gonna clean up my little mess here, and I will see you guys probably tomorrow. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along with our builds here, because this motor is this close to being put in. Make sure you hit that like button if you enjoyed. Hit the bell icon to be notified of any uploads, because if you don't, then you won't know we're uploading anything. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.